What's up, everybody? Welcome back to It's Tuesdays with Trap. I hope that everyone had a great weekend, and I'm hoping that the beginning of the week is starting off pretty good. I'm assuming it is, considering you're here with me tonight. Honestly, today we're just going to dive right in. As promised, I'm going to be taking a look at the trap bench method that I mentioned in episode 3. Of course, I came up with the name on the spot, but it's something that I've used more than once that has helped me not only get strength back, but in some cases going back to it, I've been able to add even more strength. The whole premise of it is working up to a top set of 3 on flat bench, whether that's your competition grip or a wide grip, close grip, really doesn't matter. Just focus on working up to a top set of 3 or 5. Exercise number 2 is using some kind of a board press. Maybe that can be a 2 board or a 3. It really depends on, I guess, where your sticking point is, or where you think your sticking point is based on how long you've been doing this. Either way, you're still going to be hitting each part of the bench. It's down here, about midway, and close to the top. So once you get done with that board press, or in that case, you could also use maybe a pin press from around this height. We're going to move on to exercise number 3, which is going to be a close grip incline press. That's what's really going to hammer in that lockout. So literally all within one session, you're going to hit each point of the bench, which obviously I understand there's more than just that, but using those 3 exercises, you're really going to be able to dial in all those different angles. So without further ado, let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so here we go. Flat bench. I'm going to be using a competition grip. Going to kind of give you a rundown as far as how I set. And as you can see, I didn't want to do anything too crazy, so went ahead and threw the kickers on. No big deal. But go ahead and get your hand placement. Go ahead and get them shoulder blades down and back. Take your bar out, aim out, and do a top set of 3. And now we move it on to the board press. In this case, I actually have a bench block attached. This is the 2 board. Once again, as I already mentioned, depending on possibly where your sticking point is or where you feel like you're feeling in the bench would be based on the second movement. In this case for me, it's a 2 board. That's typically where the weight starts slowing down, so that's where I'm going to work it. Also, you can pause it, or you can just go through like a normal rep. It just really depends on whether you feel like you're not getting enough power out of the hole, and that's something you need to practice. In this case, this would be another opportunity to do so. I'm going to go ahead and go through. Once again, just got kickers on there. I don't want to do anything too crazy. Shoulder blades together, down and back. There you have board press. All right, here we are. We made it. Exercise number 3. We're going to be doing the incline bench. And as already mentioned, I'm going to be using a close grip to really help us hammer the lockout. In this case, you can go all the way down, or you can actually stop right around chin level. It just really depends on your mobility and if it hurts or not. I know some people have issues doing close grip inclines, but in most cases, if you do, you can just bring your grip out a little bit, maybe go for more like a medium, but we're going to go with the close. Just like before. congratulations, you made it through. I really hope that you enjoy it. And as mentioned before, something I want to stress is don't do this working up to a top set of 3 or 5 as far as like going all out on the first week. Really aim for 80% of that exercise if you haven't already maxed in that exercise in the past. Just base that off the first exercise, 80%, look for 1 rep max. Like I said, work out to a top set of 3. And the same thing as each exercise. If you want to, you can use the first week to kind of figure out where you are on the secondary and third movement, the board press or the rock out, and then the close grip incline. And then as the week progresses, you can base it off of that and use that working up to your top set of 3s or 5s on that week. In the past, I've sometimes have used this from anywhere to 6 to 8 weeks, maybe even more, depending on where you are and how hard you're pushing. But hey, just let me know what you think. And if you do start using it, hit me up. Let me know how it goes. And if you have any questions as far as like setup or accessory work, just let me know. But I will say this, you don't really need accessory work, not with this. If you feel you need to add it in to bring up some lagging body parts or some issues as far as like knowing that you got an imbalance, that's a different story. But in most cases, you're not going to need it, not while you're doing this, and especially if you're doing it more than once a week. But I highly recommend starting off with once a week. But hey, I really hope y'all have a good week, and see you next time. See you later.